Good evening, everybody. I'm gonna do a meatloaf today, and I got a few mise en place that I've already set together, um, so that I can hit it in 1, 2, 3 punch. But this is gonna be my way of how I make my meatloaf. Um, it's gonna be wrapped with bacon, just a little bit of bacon. But this is what we're gonna do. We first gonna start with the hamburger meat. Um, we're just gonna mix that up all together. Hands gonna get a little nasty. You have to wash my hands. You have to keep your hands washed. Um, then we're gonna add the peppers and onions. We're gonna add those peppers and onions to it. We're gonna mix that up like so. Mix it up really good. We're gonna add the eggs next. This is about 4 pounds of hamburger meat. So I'm gonna add the egg next. I'm gonna do about 3 eggs. You can actually do however many you want to, but 3, it does pretty good for me. And you actually really can mix the eggs up first. Get it all mixed up. Hands very nasty. Then you're gonna get the bread. You get bread and you soak it in milk. And I just add this to my meatloaf, and I just mix it up really good. I cut off the edges around the bread. I cut that off, and I soak it in milk, and then I add it to my meatloaf. But I would never use this bowl again because it has hamburger meat in it. So you mix that up really good. Now, I know you're thinking right now, is he gonna really use season? Yes, I am gonna use season. I'm gonna use it at the end. Cause if I do it right now, I'm gonna have to wash these nasty hands and then do it all over again. So we'll add the seasons in a second. I really like chicken Montreal. That's one of my favorite seasons. Today I'm gonna use Cavender's, and I'm gonna use some salt. I love accent salt, but I'm not using that today. So I'm gonna wash my hands really fast. So I'm gonna add my season. Looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot. I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt because because Cavender's, it already has salt in it. It has salt and pepper in it. Just a little bit. So I'm gonna mix that up really good. Then I'm about ready to actually put it in the oven. So first you start with your hamburger meat. You get your hamburger meat, you put it in the bowl. Then you cut your bell pepper and your onion. You put your bell pepper and onion in it. You soak you some bread, or you can use crackers. You can use really whatever you want to do. But it just keeps it together. Keeps it from falling apart. And you get your egg and you put your egg in it together, mix it together. And you do this a day in advance, it'll pretty much, all the seasons and stuff, it'll stick with the meat and give it a wonderful flavor. So this is what it looks like right now. So at this point right now, I am getting ready to form it. Like I say, this is how I make my meatloaf. You may make yours different, but I hope this can really help you. So we're gonna get ready to form this meatloaf. And as you see, it's all put together, so you don't see the meatloaf falling apart or anything. Depending on what you put it in, people form it in different ways. This is how I form mine. And always remember, you want to make sure that it's very flat, and you don't want it to be all clumped up like this, because if it is and you just put it in the pan or put it in the casserole pan or whatnot and put it in the oven, it's pretty much just going to go really small. So you want to flatten it out so that it can cook evenly. And then you'll be able to have perfect cuts also. So it's not going to be perfect shape, but you know, it's going to be perfect for me. And hopefully for you too. At this point, I'm really just forming it really good. And I do have plastic on here, so it's not going to be nasty on the stove. I got plastic. So I'm really about to get it in the pan. So I'm just gonna really put it in the pan. I know you probably like, why did I put it on plastic? I put it on the plastic so that I can get it. If you look closely at the meatloaf, it's pretty much tight together. You don't see any holes or anything, or you don't see it coming apart. So you have to just pretty much play with the meatloaf first to get it like that. And then you want to form it again inside of the pan. And like I said, make sure that it's flat. Now I'm about to get the bacon. I'm gonna get the bacon off the cutting board. And I'm gonna put it on the plastic because it's all going in the same spot. This not gonna be a perfect layer or layout, but this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And I'm folding it, so I'm not gonna tuck it under there because it's all gonna stick with the meatloaf. But this is my bacon meatloaf, or whatever you want to call it. I just like the bacon to be on there just so it can give it a little bit flavor. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be perfect for me. So when you cook it, make sure it's perfect for you. And that's pretty much it for the meatloaf. But remember, so remember when you're making the meatloaf, you want to cut up your onions and bell pepper, and then you want to get your eggs, 2-3 eggs for maybe about 4 pounds of ground beef, and then you want to make your sauce. This is my sauce right here. It's pretty much like diced tomatoes and maybe some tomato paste. You just mix it up together really good. Put some brown sugar in it and put some regular sugar in it and mix it up really good. And sometimes I put my sauce, I put it on the meatloaf first, and then maybe halfway through it I put some more on there so that it can stick with the meatloaf. As you can see, I have it at 350 degrees. My hands are nasty right now, but I will actually cook it at 400 degrees. I'll keep a close eye on it and see where they go. But that's pretty much it for the meatloaf. I hope this is able to help you. Please share, please comment. Let me know if I should do something different. And that's pretty much it. And also you can maybe cook it for maybe I say at the most an hour. You can cook it about 45 minutes, but it depends on how you want your meatloaf. Some people like rare, medium well, and well done. So it's your preference. But this is the meatloaf, and that's all the mise en place, and that's it for today. Thank you. I hope this is able to help you, and please share it. Like I say, if you're my friend, you're my family, please share it so that someone else, it may be able to help someone else. Thank you. God bless you.